delighted to see so many of you here in the audience, including some very familiar faces. I want to welcome you to today's panel on inclusive education. We are delighted to be joined by our guest of honor today. But before her introduction, I'd like to invite our esteemed U.S. Ambassador, George Tsunis, to the lectern to say a few words, if you will, Mr. Ambassador.
Kalispera, Delphi! Inimigali haramu naimi mazisas. And didn't even mind the 2.5-hour car ride to get here. But the work is important. The Delphi Economic Forum over its last 8 years has proven to be a most important seminal gathering place to discuss the great issues of the day. Not just regional issues, but global issues, and I'm so pleased to be able to take part in it. Now, it is the Economic Forum, and rightly so. Most of the discussions will be centered around economic policy, energy policy, geostrategic issues, and I certainly appreciate that. I'm giving 2 speeches while I'm here. And, you know, President Biden has said, don't tell me what your priorities are. Tell me the work that you're doing, that you're most involved with, and I'll tell you what your priorities are. So the 2 speeches that I'm giving is, one is on gender equality tomorrow at 3 o'clock in this hotel, and please come. I gave a similar discussion at the Thessaloniki International Fair, and it was a room packed full of women only. So it is easier for me to have a discussion with all of the thought leaders when the men are in the room as well. So please attend. Today, I'm very pleased to be able to talk about inclusive education. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. You know, my parents grew up poor. My father was an orphan in a very, very small village in Greece. Education was the ladder to a better life, but not just a better life economically. It was a ladder to a better life in terms of one's mental well-being. This is how horizons opened up for me, that my mind expanded. And I'm so grateful to an outstanding public school education that really gave me a great life. And I was grateful that my parents prioritized it. But this needs to be available in a very equitable fashion for everyone in our society. Now, this is not just a selfless act. We miss out on key economic opportunity when we don't address this inequity in life. Promoting diversity, inclusion, equity, accessibility is a key priority for any enlightened society. Education is a basic human right and must be equitable and inclusive for all. Now, we can all talk about studies that show that it is a cornerstone to socioeconomic progress. I think we all know that. But topics like diversity, LGBTQ issues, inclusivity, inclusive education, providing greater opportunities for people with disabilities is a long-standing conversation that still makes even very good people feel slightly uncomfortable. This is not a zero-sum game. We're not looking to take resources away from someone and provide it for others. You know, we're all in this together. This is an interconnected world, and we have to make sure that we are providing equal opportunities for everyone in life. This is part of our ethos. This is part of our philotimo, and to not do so is a detriment to all of us. We fail ourselves. And at some point in time, we're going to have to answer to what type of world we left our children. And I, for one, want to say that we shine the light on every single inequity in life. And that we woke up every day and worked hard once we've identified any inequity. And we solved it. And I hope to be able to come to a forum where we do not have to have a forum like this, that it's mission accomplished. But sadly, that day is not today. But I hope we will get there, because it's important. It's important for all of us. This is not just a selfless act. This hurts our economy. We cannot solve the great issues of the day, whether it be climate change or the inequities that exist in life, a hollowing middle class, food scarcity issues for huge portions of our population. 240 million people have a disability. 1 in 7 children have a disability that are trying to go to school. Now, we've made great progress here. Not long ago, prior to legislation that began in the 1950s in the United States, 80% of the children that had a disability were not able to go to school. There was legislation, there were laws that were passed that prohibited them from going to school. Now, mainstreaming is important. Being able to bring all of our children into school is important for every single child, one that excels and one that learns a little differently. Now, I have 3 children. I will tell you all 3 of them learn differently. I love them all, and I want and I demand that they receive equal opportunity to succeed in life and to be happy in life and to have a successful education. And a successful education can mean a whole lot of things. You know, we're not all going to be students of the professors here at Harvard learning cell biology. But seriously, every child should be afforded an opportunity to achieve their very, very best. Who knows what will be unleashed if we provide these opportunities to everyone? 1 in 7 children has a disability. Do we close our eyes to this? Do we say that they don't matter? That they're not important? Is that what we're about? I think not. I think not. But the point that I want to make is this is something that not only helps those that have a disability, it helps our entire society. So thank you for coming and joining me in this. We're very, very fortunate to have the Special Advisor for International Disability Rights, Sarah Minkara, here. I love Sarah. If we Greeks are known for anything, it's our penchant to quote our ancient philosophers. And if Diogenes was going to leave a lantern about a person with uncommon decency and an uncommon desire to promote equity in this world, he would leave a lantern at Sarah's feet. Thank you very much.